Hello there, everybody. Today I am in the shop this evening, and I decided to come to you because I wanted to show what I won at Mountaineer Casino, a Farmall 350. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to give you my opinion of Mountaineer Casino. It's a beautiful building, as most casinos are, because people spend a lot of money at casinos. I can understand how it could get addicting, because you can win a lot of money. I saw one of the slot machines. It had win $45, win $450, or win $4,500. You know. That's a lot of money you could be winning if it's a dollar slot machine. I didn't know how to play it, so I didn't even try, and I don't want to get in the habit, because if you don't start, you don't have to quit. Can I get an amen? Thank you. So when we first walked in there, first of all, we had to park way out in the boondocks. We had about a quarter-mile walk, I would say, to get in the place, because there was only one entrance there. All the other ones were closed off because they only wanted one for whatever reason. I thought that was a little bit unusual, because congestion at the door. So there was a little bit of congestion, but basically at the beginning when you walked in, you had to get your temperature checked, and you had to be wearing a mask. The whole time you had to be wearing a mask. That was a little bit annoying. I'm not used to wearing a mask because I work from home. So we went out to eat. We got there about 9 p.m. All of us had a temperature below 101, and it was basically just like a little gun that they pointed at you. Not a real gun. Don't be afraid. But it was like a temperature checking gun. I've never had one before, but that's how it worked. And it was non-invasive. If you had your mask on, you had your temperature below in check, you could go in. So right when we got in there, before we went out to eat, because they had a bunch of restaurants and bars there within the casino, we saw some lady being escorted out by security, yelling at some guy in the casino, and they were both having like a shouting match. And they were probably about 100 feet away, yelling at the top of their lungs. And then the lady starts booking it into the casino area. And then about 3 minutes later, she was carried out. And I remember looking to my friend, I'm like, should I be videoing this right now? But I decided not to, because it's always awkward videoing things when people are having their worst moments. And then, it was funny, though. Seeing a woman about 50 years old being carried out by security. Obviously, she was inebriated, I'm sure, and probably lost a lot of money. So, gambling is fun, but people get out of control with it, and can be bad, too. So, we went out to eat. I had a Reuben sandwich, and it was really good. And then we went into the casino area. This was about 10:30, and just started walking around, scoping out the women. I noticed there were a few good-looking women there, but it was a lot of like older people, probably 45, and average age 40, 45. So I felt like one of the younger people there, being 29 years old. The unusual thing was there was a smoking section on the second floor. I don't smoke and I don't drink. I'm a boring person. I'm sorry, but the smoking section was unusual because Ohio and Pennsylvania don't have smoking sections in buildings, and this was kind of my first time being in a place within West Virginia that had smoking. There were craps tables and there were big TVs. Ohio State wasn't playing that night. They were playing the next night. But I saw a lot of people in Ohio State paraphernalia. So there are obviously a lot of people in Ohio because, after all, you can see the river from the casino. They have a big racetrack right next to the river, which looks pretty cool. And then they have, the casino area. And yeah, I thought it was really cool. If I did gamble, that would be a place that I would like to go to regularly. They had a hotel as well, pool. The pool was empty though because of COVID. So if we weren't able to go swimming, it was also locked. You had to have a hotel key. The casino itself doesn't cost money to get into. Anybody can just come in. There was a maximum capacity, which was half of what it normally is. I think like 1,700 could have come in there, but I didn't feel like we were at that. But it definitely felt like within the panhandle of West Virginia, it was the most crowded place, and that's what we like on New Year's. Taking in the New Year's with a bunch of drunk people. No, I wouldn't say everybody was drunk, but probably like 70 to 80% of the people were. And sometimes they can be fun, but sometimes it's sad because, if you don't drink and you're around that, like sometimes people can be really nasty, but then they drink and it takes the edge off, but, they're not that much fun when they're not inebriated. So, and obviously sometimes like the lady can be pretty obnoxious when they're drinking too. And also you could tell the difference between, people who just came for the holiday and also people who habitually gamble. It's not like everybody was sitting at casino tables, but obviously that was the main attraction there at Mountaineer. It was a fun place though. I'm glad I went just to see the atmosphere and to be in a place that I've never been before. I was like going to places. I wouldn't say it's the best New Year's Eve Daniel and I have ever had. We've been friends since high school, and I thought it was a good idea. I'm like, we should continue our friendship for a while and carry out this tradition of hanging out on New Year's Eve. And given that every place is closed at 10 p.m. this year, we had to think of something unique. And I think Mountaineer was a good choice. It wasn't that far, like 50 minutes, and it was a good place. It was fun. So, yeah, I thought it was a good time. I just wanted to give you an update and share why I went there and the time I had, even though I didn't gamble, which was the main attraction. The food was great. That Reuben was one of the best Reubens I've ever had. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Peace.